Hey everybody, Chris Raygun here. Welcome to another episode of Glasses Off. If you're unfamiliar with Glasses Off, it's a series where I vent into a microphone about shit that I feel like talking about for a long time. There's going to be very, very minimal edits, no zooms, no chair rolls. This isn't really a comedy video. It's just me kind of venting my frustrations out to my audience because I like to be open and honest with you guys every once in a while. I think it helps to have a low energy kind of, venting video like this. So if this isn't your cup of tea, feel free to skip this video and wait till the next one. The next one will probably be more your standard Chris Raygun affair. But today I kind of wanted to talk about what it's like being a full-time YouTuber and being in a creative rut, which is what I find myself in lately. In the last 2 weeks, I've been finding it very, very difficult to decide on what to make a video on, and sometimes I'll even make a video, finish it, and not even put it up because I just don't think it's good enough. It's a very odd pressure that I understand that I put on myself. I understand that if I put something out, you guys will watch it. It could be absolute crap. It could be not entertaining. You guys will probably watch it, but I don't like taking that kind of shortcut. I don't like taking comfort in the fact that I could just put whatever the fuck out there because I like to like my own videos. So, when I'm done editing a video, I'll watch it like 20, 30, 40 extra times just to make sure by the 40th view, it's still entertaining to watch. And if a video doesn't do that for me, if I get bored by the third or fourth view, then I don't put it up. I scrap it. I got a lot of videos that I just never posted for that reason. And I don't know if that's healthy or not. I don't know if that's too perfectionist, if I'm being way too critical of myself or anything like that. But I like to take pride in what I do, even if it is just making comedy videos about political issues on the internet. It's my job, it's my bread and butter, and I want it to be as good as possible. And as the channel grows, I find that bar of this is acceptable to be constantly raised. The videos that I made in this last week, the 2 videos that I made that I scrapped, 5 months ago, I don't think I would have felt bad about putting them up. I don't think I would have felt as critical of myself for putting those videos up back then. But now that I have 200,000 plus subscribers, 220,000 plus subscribers, I feel like I have to make videos that are worthy of that viewership. Because there's a lot of channels that are smaller than me that I don't think get the attention they deserve. People like Counter Arguments, people like Vernaculus. There are really great content creators who don't have my viewership. And I don't know if there's some guilt at play, if I feel like maybe my content's not as good as theirs and I don't deserve those views or something. I really don't know what it is. But lately, as the channel subscriptions grow, I become far more critical of my own work. And I genuinely don't know if that's a good thing. I've talked to a couple people about it on in Twitter DMs and all that, and like, yeah, I don't know, I'm not feeling this video, and it's like, I realize that it's pressure that's put on me by myself and no one else. Like I said, I know you guys like me, and you'll probably watch whatever I do, even if it's crap, but I don't like putting out crap, just because I know you'll view it, if that makes sense. The Social Justice, the musical that I've been working on, I've been meticulously crafting. Every syllable, every note of it needs to be pristine before I even think about pitching it to an animator or pitching it to an artist to get the video done. I don't know. It's very odd. It's silly, right, to think that making shitty videos on the internet is this stressful a thing, or just making shitty videos on the internet in general, that such a thing could be so draining. But sometimes it really is, and it doesn't help the fact that I'm kind of getting bored of the whole social justice thing. I'm trying to branch out from that. You saw that a little bit with the Pepe video. You kind of saw that a little bit with the weekly recap that I did last. I'm starting to get bored. Obviously, there's always going to be something social justice related that I want to talk about. There's always going to be a Trigglypuff. There's always going to be a Melissa Click that I can't help but talk about. But the overall topic, I feel like I research it so often and so frequently. Every day I read social justice stories that I feel like the stuff that would have surprised me a year ago is just boring now. Like, oh, someone was banned from a college. I expect that now. A year ago I might not have, but now it's just like, I'm not going to make a video on that because that doesn't surprise me. I don't know what to say about it. I don't know, and it is surprisingly stressful. Because again, like, YouTubers do make a lot of money. I don't know how much the people in our circle make, right? But it is a decent amount of money, right? But the problem with YouTube is it's not like Seinfeld money. Like, Seinfeld doesn't have to worry about a damn thing in his life because he doesn't have to do anything to earn money. Seinfeld, that show is syndicated. He can sit on a couch and earn millions of dollars just by sitting on that couch and not doing jack shit. YouTube is different because you have to continuously put out content. The algorithm is constantly working against you if you have content that you put a lot of effort into, if you spend a lot of time editing something. If you're like a JonTron, who spends months editing and crafting something, the algorithm is going to fuck you. You cannot start off as a JonTron now. You have to have something that brings in the attention from Google that puts your videos in recommendeds and all that stuff. There's an algorithm. More people know about that. More people have better information on that than I do, but that's a thing you have to think about. And, you know, I saw Keemstar and a lot of people talking about how Grade A Under A put out a video where he was like, oh, YouTube's stressing me out, mate. Oh, it's stressing me out, right? And Keemstar was like, oh, boo-hoo, Grade, you make one video a week. And that was Keemstar saying that. The person who wakes up, goes on Twitter, says, that's interesting, and then just talks about that, and then repeats that process to make a slightly long video every day. Keemstar doesn't have a difficult job. He goes on Twitter, and he finds shit to talk about that's mundane as fuck. He reports on people's tweets. Like, that's a thing. One of my tweets got on Scarce's show, and I was just shitposting on the internet. That's news to these people. They don't have to meticulously craft a script. They don't have to find a topic that interests them. They don't even really have to spend a whole lot of time editing. These are very different kinds of content. So when Grade put out that video and everybody was making fun of him, I kind of understood it. I know where the guy's coming from. It's difficult to... I can't even imagine being on a weekly schedule. I'm not on a weekly schedule, guys. I make a video whenever the fuck I feel like it. But whenever I take too long between videos, it freaks me out. I'm always concerned about whether or not that would destroy my channel. And I know it's crazy to think about, but, you know, crazier things have happened. And, you know, and there's, of course, the added level of fear where, like, you don't even know if your channel is going to be around tomorrow, if all of your videos are going to be demonetized because they're too controversial. That's something that I think about very, very often. So I make a decent amount of money, but I spend so little of it because it's not a steady job. You don't know. Next month, you could be gone, and your ad revenue's gone, and then, oh boy, you know that big flat screen TV you bought? Oh, that money might have come in handy now that you can't afford your fucking rent. I don't know. It's there's a slew of reasons why. And I know this probably comes across as really complainy, right? I understand that. Nobody wants to hear people complain, or maybe you do, I don't know. I know this probably comes across as whining, but, you know, I don't get to whine that often. Sometimes whining is a little good, and I don't know, hopefully this little rant of mine, I don't even know if it's really a useful video at all. It's probably just me taking the piss and trying to, you know, trying to not let the YouTube algorithm fuck me over because I haven't made a video in a week, because it does do that. So I don't know, maybe, hopefully this helped some of you get kind of an insight as to what it's like being a content creator who doesn't have shit planned out every day, who's not like Game Grumps, who can just be like, oh, we'll just play this game for several hours today, and then we've got content for the next couple weeks. or like a Keemstar who just goes on Twitter and talks about fucking tweets. I do think there is a difference between these two kinds of content. And that's not even to say one's better than the other. It's just like, fuck, man. I am just in a fucking creative drought. And at this point, I'm rambling. So, if you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you taking the time to fucking listen to me vent about this shit, because I know it's not interesting to anybody. I know it's just kind of... what's the phrase? Something baseball? There's a phrase like corporate baseball or something. I don't know. I'm bad with sayings. Anyway, that's going to be it for me today. I do have several ideas for what the next video is, and I'm going to try to write a bunch of them tonight and, pick the best one and turn that into a video. So be patient, guys. Give me a little bit of time, and I'm sure the next video that you guys see from me is going to be one that you'll probably very much enjoy, because it's one that I'm going to spend a decent amount of time editing and writing and all that. So, yeah, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with a more standard Chris Ray Gun video. Thanks for whining with me. Damn it. You see, now I'm worried that this video is a bit too honest. Oh, well, fuck it, whatever. I'm gonna go kill myself.